Hello! What are you guys doing? Party there?
Let's break the
Can you see us?
Yeah, of course. I don't see Dennis.
Dennis couldn't make it. I told him last minute.
What?
I told Dennis last minute.
He's gonna come? Is he gonna join us? Well, he's lost. Okay, everyone. I am so happy to be here with the Santana studio. I can't do it as good as you guys, but who wants to start introducing? Who is Maria Santana? Let's start with you. You are our Grandmaster Trainer. So tell us who you are.
My name is Maria Santana, and I am the mom of these three fellas, but Dennis is missing.
Dennis is missing in action.
Yeah.
And come on. Okay, I'm the mom of these two. Okay, I need to get stuff out of you. I know you told me you're very shy. I'm gonna help you. So, right. So what do you do, Maria? When did you start permanent makeup?
I started like 3 years ago. My first course was microblade and shade, and now I teach powder, removal, microblade and shade, glamour brows, and I am one of the Grandmaster Trainers for Beauty Angels Academy.
So let's talk about that. First of all, you guys are located in Puerto Rico. Santana Studio is in Puerto Rico. And you have been, actually, you and Kenneth, say hello. We're going to come to you too. Have been the Angels since actually the beginning, which is now 3 years. Okay. And then you guys have contributed and brought masters and grew with Beauty Angels. So that is why you are a grandmaster, and I want to congratulate you. That's a very, very big achievement. And you started with microblading. You kept adding and adding new services, and then you literally mastered each and every single technique, which is absolutely amazing. So I congratulate you on that too. So now I'm going to Kenneth Santana. So Kenneth, you have no problem talking. Take it away.
So, for those of you who don't know, my mom started in the industry like 3 years ago, and I was studying to be an RN. And then where my mom used to work, she used to do makeup, and she started doing brows, so she told me to do makeup. So like maybe like then a few months later, she's like, hey, like, what about you take this microblading course? And I was like, okay, sure, why not? So I did it, but right, I was very clear that if I left college to do this, it wasn't gonna be like a hobby. You know, we had to turn it into like a business to be like a long lifetime type of thing, right? Not just things done on weekends. So I think that's where everything like truly started, you know, like where everything actually took off when we started seeing everything as a business point. I do microblading and shading, powder brows. I used to do removal once upon a time in the beginning. And I am the headmaster for our beautiful technique of S-lips, angel S-lips.
Right. So let me just explain. You basically actually have been a trainer for 3 years. You started, I believe, a little over 4 years ago. You keep saying I've been in the industry 3 years. I don't know why you keep saying that, but
Is it almost 4?
no, it's 4.5 years.
No way. I was 23.
Kenneth, Beauty Angels is 3 years old, and you've been a master for 3 years. So you didn't start and then become a master the next day.
Did you hear
What?
me?
No, I can't.
I became a master's being 3 months in the industry.
Right, you became a master and it was about a year. So But you were the second one to start
Mm-hmm.
after Maria. And I remember actually when I came to Puerto Rico and you guys were assisting when it was with Fibrows actually. And then we told you guys that we are, you know, preparing for Beauty Angels. Do you remember those days?
Of course.
I remember that day so clearly. It was actually so much fun. I loved Puerto Rico, honestly. I love Puerto Rico in general. I shouldn't say I love Puerto Rico. It's such a nice place. The food was so amazing. And actually, I haven't been back the darn pandemic, but I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back.
Sounds like a you problem because Puerto Rico's waiting for you.
Thank
So
you.
then after Maria, it was me, and after me was
Travis.
our youngest brother, Travis.
So now let's get to know baby Travis.
Baby.
Well, you're the baby in the family, right? You're
Well, hello everyone. My name is Travis Santera, and I am a master trainer for the technique of powder brows for Beauty Angels Academy International. To kind of go in the same format here, 3 years have I been? No, 2?
Yeah, 2
2 and a half?
Mm-hmm.
2.5 years.
started 3 years ago because you're a master for over a year and a half already.
Right, exactly. So,
You took the first course of Kim.
yeah,
Yeah.
my beloved master trainer, Kim Do. If you're watching this, I love you so much. But yes, I took Kim's course, I think, 3 years ago. And, you know, that was such a hectic time for me when I was deciding on taking that course. I didn't decide to take that course. I was peer pressured into taking that course.
But you're amazing, Travis. Like your work is so amazing. And I
You know,
remember the Kim
I
told
always said because Kenneth and my mom, they were like, Travis, you need to take this course. You know, it's such a good opportunity. You never know what can come from it. And I was like, no. Like I was so into school. I still am into school. I still am a full-time student. And I was like, it's never.
What are you studying?
I'm studying microbiology. I'm on my senior year of microbiology. But yes, I was back then a freshman. Ending my freshman year of college, I was like, it's never gonna work. I don't have the time. How am I going to balance this? And thankfully, thank God, it's turned into something so incredible, so amazing. We're very interdisciplinary here.
I
So,
have so many questions. I have so many.
ask away.
Okay, so you are still studying microbiology.
Yes.
When you finish, are you still gonna be doing permanent makeup?
I hope so, because honestly, when it comes to working with the family, it's honestly something I wouldn't pass up. So wherever God puts me, or wherever I end up, I really hope that I can still, you know, chip in a little bit of my time. I don't do this full time, amazingly, and I still have the amazing experience to share all of the knowledge that we've acquired during the past 3 years. I still get to teach all of our amazing students. If some of you are watching this, we love you. You know this. But yes, definitely, when I graduate and when I finish, I really, really hope that I can still give a little piece of me to PMU because it's something that I've genuinely developed a love for. At the beginning, it was just, you know, like to see how it goes, to see if this becomes a hobby, to see if this, but how I said amazingly, I've been able to do literally 50-50. I don't know how. I don't know how
So that's amazing. So that means you really, really also love, you know, biology.
I do. It's something that it's weird. It's something definitely different. Everybody always tells me like, you know, Travis, oh my God, like in the studio you have your own hours, you have your own time, but you know, like that's a whole different passion that I have.
Yeah, because I mean, the money that you make with permanent makeup and teaching, it's like so much more than what you could make with almost anything. I mean, honestly, lawyers, doctors, you know.
You're right, you're definitely right.
But then again, you have to do whatever you're passionate about.
And it's so nice to see that he's so passionate about two things, which is nice. He's so lucky, so he could balance it. And that's the beauty of anyway permanent makeup. You could do a little bit and you still have a great income. You don't have to give up your second love, or your first love. It doesn't matter. Either one. They're both loves.
It's definitely possible, and that's something that we always try, to emphasize. We always try to get a little bit more than just, teaching technique and theory to our students. It's, a lot of people have that issue now that I don't have the time, I have this, I have that, and that's definitely a predicament that I found myself in for a very long time. I was like, how am I going to divide the time? How do I find time to keep on practicing, to keep on working, to keep on while doing all of my academic responsibilities? It was a lot for me, and it still is a lot sometimes, but it's definitely, an experience that I had that, it provides a good example that there is time for you.
Way too good.
For if PMU is something that you definitely want to start pursuing, if you have like a 9 to 5, a lot of our students, they want to steer away from that, that traditional 9 to 5 and start doing, working more in this industry. And gradually, little by little, you can definitely start making the transition. Or if, like me, you want to stay half and half, it's definitely possible.
Right, exactly. Can you guys talk about a little bit of Dennis, since he was supposed to be here? Like, Dennis was the last person who got into that. He was the last one.
Did he answer you?
Well, Dennis was the last one to join us, and actually, Dennis joined us because, thankfully, I think it was when I became master assistant, wasn't it? My agenda started filling up with a lot of powder, and it's the technique, my favorite beauty angels technique actually, powder brows. I love it, and because I originally started doing removal.
I remember you started with removal.
Yes.
And then you took the powder brows, but you never did microblading.
I never did, and I always tell them, I was like, I should learn, I really want to learn, but that's something that I'm going to have to find a little bit more time for, but a little bit at a time. But
I don't think you need, because I believe, like, it's better to, I think, the way that you guys did is amazing, because everybody specializes in, one more of the one thing than the other. You know what I mean? Like, Maria doesn't really do lips. Or do you do lips as well? I'm not sure. No, Dennis does.
No, I don't. Dennis. Yeah.
Right. I think that's really good. Like, it's almost two people in each thing. Like Maria and Kenneth, they both do microblading and powder. Yes, that's the two things you have in common. Then Travis and Maria have powder brows. I mean, everybody kind of did remove. You have that in common. So you're teaching now the powder brows together with him, I see, which is really nice. And then Dennis is teaching the lips with Kenneth, right? So
Yes.
that's cool. That's really cool that you guys can, kind of divide a little bit of each. You know what I mean? I like that. I think if everybody did everything, it will be maybe too much anyway.
Yeah.
I think the good thing is that we all do a little bit of everything, and like at the beginning, before we actually started doing removal, we used to recommend or whatever, or send people to refer to other places to get removal, and then we started thinking like, why would we send so many people otherwise, like otherwhere? Why don't we just start doing removal and keep them within our circle? So that's how it started with microblading, then we started doing powder, then it was removal, then it was lips, then it was that's it.
Yeah, I think removal is something that honestly everybody should learn. In one studio, at least you need one person who does removal, because it's so many bad work that otherwise you're gonna keep sending the people away, and that's like money, sending away. So I want to ask you, Maria, before you did permanent makeup, what did you do? Like, how did you really start doing this?
I always had a passion for makeup. I was a full-time mom, stay-at-home mom for like 20 years. And after Travis went on to college, I think, his first year of college or his last year of high school, I always loved makeup. So I thought that that's what I wanted to do. I went and took a couple of courses and did that for about a year. But it wasn't my passion.
Talking about
I'm sorry?
regular makeup.
Regular makeup. That was my first job ever, a year before I started with the microblading.
Okay.
But it wasn't my passion. I didn't love it, and I kept on looking for information. And when I saw PMU, I was like, I love this. I went and I got it done, and I thought that after that I was going to stop my search, but I didn't. So then I started searching to see with who I wanted to get trained and where. And that's where it all started. I fell in love. It wasn't the easiest thing to learn the microblading in that time. That's when Maria did Puerto Rico. So it took me about almost 3 months to finish my course. But that's how my love for this started.
That's fast.
I'm sorry?
That's very fast. You guys are so talented that you don't even realize. It's funny.
So it took me about 3 months, and I loved it. I still love it. And I thought it was going to be a hobby, and I said, I'll probably do this like 2 times a week. But when you practice more and more, and you take one training and you master that technique, you want to continue to take other trainings. And like Travis, I took my powder bar course with Kim, and I loved it. I think that that's my favorite technique, besides glamour, which I love that bold brow kind of microblading.
That's the curvy strokes.
Yes, I really love that. But at least here in Puerto Rico, people go more for the powder. So that's what I do a lot of now. But yeah, that's how I started.
It's amazing. And now I know you guys are moved to a bigger space, like you are growing like crazy. You became the biggest celebrities in Puerto Rico. I'm so proud. I swear, it's like amazing. Look, Beauty Marks by Jay. I remember him saying he wasn't going to do brows when Kenneth did mine. Ah, this is beautiful. Oh, she must be talking about Travis.
Yeah. Like it's not here anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
what did it say?
Yeah, it didn't last that long. He couldn't resist it.
Also, I remember him saying he wasn't going to do brows when Ken did mine. This is beautiful plus.
I wish I knew who that was.
I love this family keeping up with Ned as I loved it.
Okay.
There's so many people that love you guys. You know that. Hold on, let me see. I just
Maria's here. Maria, mi amor. Maria's going to be organizing. She's organizing in New York. That she's going to be organizing powder removal and S-lips in New York for us.
guys, talk a little bit louder, maybe.
You can't hear us?
Well, they're saying that they couldn't hear you. I don't know. I can hear you, but
Yeah, I think it was just one person who said that.
I'll try to speak a little louder.
yes, Santana Studio coming to New York City. I can't wait. Ah, flawless ego. I love you. You know that.
And soon we're gonna be with Yvonne in Michigan, giving a course for S-lips.
Hi from, oh my God, Maya Beauty Studio. She's from Sweden, and she's saying, I must say you are amazing, all of you. And Kenneth, can't wait to go your S-lips course. Maybe you should go to Sweden.
Oh, girl, you know I always I just need a space and organize. That's all I need.
PMU Powerhouse family. That's right. So I'm gonna ask you guys a few other questions. Hold on, I have some questions here, but I'm just seeing if other people are asking anything or. Los amo.
Who's that?
Los amamos.
That is N29. And Scott Rosenberg is on the house. Look, he's watching us. Hello,
Hello,
Scott.
Scott Rosenberg.
Hi, Scott.
The best in Puerto Rico. Vanessa, the best of the best. These are all nice compliments. There is no questions here. Love you. I hear you perfectly. Oh, Scott hears us perfectly. Wake up with makeup, Louis. What's going on, Santa Cruz? He says. Do you remember him?
Of course I
Do you remember who he is?
for the microblading shading
The
course.
first microblading.
Exactly.
Yeah. I remember. I've seen
I
him
remember
everywhere.
it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love you also. My lips are gorgeous. Thank you.
Sorry, look, can you see my mom's lips done here?
Maria, how is your hair? Scott Rosenberg is asking.
Claire is so much better. Yesterday, for the first time, I was able to lay down and to sleep.
Oh, that's funny. Scott, you're too funny. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, Maria, thank God you did not hear, you did not lose your hearing. Okay, which is great. I'm very happy for that.
Yeah.
Maria and Kenny was here. It was so nice to see you guys and catch up.
Thank you. So nice
And,
to see
and,
you.
and then I'm looking at Maria's ear and it's like this big, like she has like, an infection, and I'm like,
It looked like a hamon, un
it's
hamon.
like you have to go see a doctor. But
Stop
we,
us like that's bad. You need a shot. You need a shot. That's very bad.
Right.
Oh my God.
So, how did you find Beauty Angels? I know the answer, but you could tell them.
How did we find the Beauty Angels? I think it was more like Beauty Angels found us.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Literally, like, and when we were together in the other academy, I just like received an email, like this exclusive, like kind of weird emails that you're invited to a special event, and I was like, oh, okay, what is this? And I remember you called me, and I remember that you always had such a high, like respect, like your name in the industry. So I remember when you called me and you were like, hello, Kenneth, this is Claire Rosenberg, and I was like, the Claire, like. The Claire's calling me, and I remember it was like a Tuesday, and you're like, I need you here by Friday, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll have to move all my clients, and then that's where the OG12 started.
Well, OG 12, original 12, the first 12 masters that we invited to our first Beauty Angels meeting. Wow, I remember that day. I'm so excited, but yet super scared as well. You know, I'm like, oh my God, I'm leaving this like big academy, and what's gonna happen? And I'm looking and see this beautiful people, beautiful, talented people, and I'm like, I'm gonna be okay. I have a great team, you know. So it was really such an amazing feeling, and I just couldn't believe it. You know, it's funny because you were saying, oh my God, Claire Rosenberg is calling me, and I'm looking at you guys. Oh my God, this is my family right here, you know. And look at you now, right? Look at you guys now. Not, you know, not that long. It's only been 3 years. And we did an amazing job, you guys, honestly. And I couldn't do it without you. So happy to have you.
I think it's crazy, right, to think that it's only been 3 years.
It's 3 years. It's actually exactly 3 years.
And just like, and look how Beauty Angels grew from 12 masters to how much you said that we're officially now, like 100 and something?
We are almost, yeah, about 150 masters.
That's crazy.
It's really crazy. We're everywhere. I mean, we're in Egypt, in Australia, in India, like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Europe, and you know, it's just like all over South America, obviously, and you know, Canada, and UK, and Thailand, and I mean, honestly, I can't even remember all the countries we're in. It's amazing. Just sometimes it's so hard for me to believe, you know, this all happened in such a short time, and in the COVID time, you know. So we're always growing and looking for amazing talented people. I feel like the special bond that we have with our, it's like, didn't you make like the best friendships?
I really did. I really, really did. And I know that my little Belanti gringa Amanda has to be through there.
She's here. Is she watching? She better be. Not even watching.
If
She's
probably just hears our
probably
conversation.
answering her students.
Wait, what?
She's too busy answering her students.
Oh my god, I know. She's asking like every 20 minutes.
Which technique is the most favorite? I'm asking every single one of you. So whoever wants to start. And why? Which technique is okay, which technique did you start and which technique is your favorite and why?
I started with microblade and shade. That was my first technique. Actually, microblading, because before it wasn't those two courses in one, it was just microblading. I have to say that my favorite technique is powder, and because it's suitable for all skin types. And I think that that's what I love about it. Especially here in the Caribbean, we have oily skin, some of us have big pores, and I can see how powder feels very nice on all skin types. So that's why I feel that powder is my favorite. I can do a bold powder, I can do something soft, and for it to look like a very natural makeup look, and it gives the perfect definition on the brow.
It's funny because a lot of people, when they think of powder brows, they think that, oh, that's a tattoo.
Yeah.
It's a misconception. They think that if you do it with a machine, it's a tattoo, and if you do with a microblading, oh, it's like natural soft. And I always tell them, you are misinformed. The is what determines what's, if it's going to look like a tattoo or not. You could do a tattoo with they're all tattooing anyway. When you put ink on the skin, the term is we're tattooing, but they're talking about tattooing meaning like it's going to look like a Sharpie. You know what I mean? Like the old style. I always tell my clients, this has nothing to do with if I do it with a machine or if I do it with a blade. It's the depth and how much saturation, how much deep you're going in the skin is gonna determine whether it's gonna look fake or not. But you made a very good point. Like soft powder to me is so beautiful. I love it. But my new favorite technique is feather. I love it.
Okay.
It's a beautiful technique.
It is.
It's very nice.
Very beautiful.
Because it's so like feathery. Like I like that now. It looks like a virgin eyebrow, like it hasn't been touched, and I like it with shading. That's what I like. I don't do it, but I like it. Okay, next person.
Well, for me, I started off with powder brows, and I am still doing powder with brows.
Are we frozen?
No,
Oh, it's loading. Okay.
I'm
I
here.
started with powder brows, and I am still doing powder brows because it's definitely one of the techniques that I really believe in. A lot of the times when we see on social media, we see such a variety of different styles of PMU, but a lot of the times we don't see what is healed work. And I believe that powder brows is such a great technique to deliver those, the most true results that you can to your client. And it's the technique that I believe that is the best, long term. Because our skin, if you think about it, it's exposed to absolutely everything, and every single thing that we change in our diet, our skin, our nutrition changes, our pH changes, and that ultimately does affect how certain PMU techniques heal in our skin. It's something that we really have to think about when we are choosing a technique. And after so much time of seeing such a variety of techniques, seeing how they heal, how it is, I do feel that powder is the one that holds up the best. And you know, especially with those clients who need correction, you know, with previous work, powder brows is a very suitable option for those clients. You know, here at the studio, we are very, very picky to the clients that we do accept with previous work, because, you know, there's a lot of factors that play into how that result is going to turn out. But overall, you know, powder machine work is just very essential in the PMU industry, because without machine work, there is no color correction, you know, so that's obviously something very important as well. So machine work, powder brows is the technique that I always usually favor.
You like?
Yeah.
I love powder brows. I just feel like when there is absolutely no hair or very little hair, then I don't like powder. I feel like it looks too much like you put a powder. You know, there is no. So that's why I think it depends for everybody. Like depends who it is for. You know what I mean? Like somebody alopecia, I would not do powder brows.
You would do combo.
Men.
You cut off at the end.
What?
That you cut off at the end. What did you say?
No, I was saying like I don't prefer brows for men. I will not do for men.
Okay.
And then I would not for alopecia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or for somebody who doesn't have any hair, like or very very little hair, that you can't get any hair, then it's gonna look like she put a pencil, you know. Where if you do like a hair stroke method, whether you do it with a machine or with a microblading, then it looks a little bit more realistic, in my opinion. You know, mixing it with the combo technique.
Agreed.
Yeah, I like that. We have a question. I'm gonna come to you, Kenneth, but you could also explain this because we have Fibra Ahidra Hemi. Hello, lovely people. What's S-lips, please? So tell us what, I know what your favorite is, but what did you start with? What is your favorite technique? Why? And what is it?
The one that I started with was the same one, microblading. Right? I started off with microblading, and then my favorite one obviously is S-lips. That stands for Angel Santana lips. I just love dealing with lips. I just love like how, you know, especially with darker lips, how you could change, you know, like let's say from a Fitzpatrick 4 or 5, bring it down to like a 2 or 3. So I just love dealing with lips, like before and after, the way how it changes their face, how just by like a simple, like a hue of color on their lips, how it just changes the entire face, how they look more alive, how they look healthier. So I just love dealing with lips, and I think that would forever be my favorite technique. So, you know, like you said, we have to say that it is technically a tattoo in the lips, especially since it's with a machine needle and pigments. Right, but I would say it's, you know, like we don't cover their color of lip, but we, how do you say it? We alter.
Yes. You alter the lip color.
Exactly. So, for example,
Basically is not like a traditional lip coloring. It's a very light lip blushing technique, I would say, because I know what it is.
Yeah, so I would say it's like a very natural way, right, that I do it. And like I say, I don't cover your lip color, I change your lip color. That's why like my objetivo, always is that somebody can say, oh my god, like your lips look so beautiful. And now it's like, oh, what do we get done on your lips? You know? So that's always like yeah, it doesn't have like that lipstick effect.
I think, okay, let me explain, because I think the best way to explain your technique is when you look at somebody, you say, oh, you did this, or what do you have? No, it's almost like it's so natural that people cannot tell. But if you saw their lip color before that was darker or super pale, that gives that if the lip did not have dark color, it was regular lip color, it will look like a cherry lips, like a lips that has a lot of nice blood flow. They're not gonna know, oh, she did something. You know what I mean? That's what I would say what S lips is. It's just a super soft, natural way of doing the lips that people, first of all, there is no border. There is no border. It's just like altering the color of the lips slightly to give that beautiful cherry soft juicy lip effect.
Exactly. That's exactly how actually I would describe it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, it's like a very natural looking technique. Like I say, I wouldn't want it to look.
Right?
Yeah, but you have to get closer.
What?
That she wants to show you her before and her after. People are
Come closer.
When I wake up, it just looks super natural. It doesn't look like if I have any lipstick. And Kenneth says, why do you think about getting your lips so much? Because I don't want to wake up with like the look that I have lipstick on. Because I have a lot of red on my skin when I don't have makeup.
What are you doing?
Hold on.
Her lips to us?
Yes, hold on, but look. Here doesn't even look that. Okay, here you see how she had like this like darker upper lip,
Purplish, yeah, purplish undertone, yeah.
and then here in the center was like pinkish. So we want to make it like all even, and lift up your chin just a little bit, and just open it just.
Wow, look at that! It's so beautiful. Oh my God! Show us close up your phone, Kenneth. Wow, look.
So look right here, and then here.
Wow, that's a huge difference. That purple is all gone. Show us again, or show us your phone again. Wow, look at that. Now show us after. Oh my God. But
and that's healed 100%.
For her, and I didn't see the before, I would not know. You know, it's just so naturally beautiful. Oh?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me zoom in. Can you zoom in? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Really beautiful.
Especially when you compare side to side, you can see a huge difference.
Wait, hold on. There is S-Lips part of Angel's training. Yes.
Of course.
We have online training right now. That we don't have. But hopefully next year we will have that.
Hopefully before.
Okay, so now I have a question. How do you like to work with the whole family? Is it challenging? Is it fun? Like, how do you divide the money? Money. How does it work? We want to know.
Working, I think we've all had an experience where we were working with outside employers, right? So we've all had that experience where we were working with outside employers, and for me, this was like the first time that we all came together, and everything is a process. It was completely new for us. We had never worked together before, and especially in, this industry. But sorry, I don't know, there's just this vibe and this love and this feeling that comes out of working with your family, and not only in the sense of like having each other's company, but if one of us is having a hard time, because every artist has days that you have a hard time with your clients. It's nothing new. An artist that says that never has a hard time, well, you're lying. Every artist has their days that is a little harder, and we always have this support system established with us. Can you come and take a look? Can you give me your opinion really fast? And it's something so comforting.
That's the way you do it. I'm like, Chuck, come to my room.
Yeah. Come. It's something so comforting, just working with the family. There are definitely challenges.
You guys are not killing each other sometimes.
Sometimes
we do strangle each other, absolutely. I think it's normal. And it's hard after working the whole day with somebody and then going home and seeing their faces again. We're like, from each other. No, I'm kidding.
Like, I'm sick of you people. Go away.
Claire, but the thing is that sometimes, like Saturdays, we had a long week and we're like, So it's us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we work the whole weekend, and on weekends we have to go to have dinner and like get a break from the week.
No, and then sometimes we have a group chat called the Santana team or the Santana Dream Team, and then my mom would make like another group called like Taco Night, and she would write through Taco Night, but it's the same exact people that are in
It's the same
Santana.
people.
She's like, hey, what about Taco Night tomorrow night? And we're like, why didn't you just write through our team group?
It happens all the time. We're like, okay, so my mom's like, let's have like a wine night. We can make a like charcuterie board or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so who are we gonna host? And she's like, well,
The Santana team.
you know, like there's everybody from the studio, and it's just the family. But it's a really nice feeling, you know. There's no equivalent in my opinion.
But listen, I gotta tell you something else that a lot of people don't know this behind the scene. But also, Maria, your sister works with you. She doesn't do permanent makeup, but she runs your place. So
She does.
not just you guys, it's also your aunt, your is your cousin live?
My
Your
niece.
sisters?
Yeah, my sister's daughter. She's part of our team.
She's watching now. Hello.
Yeah, moms. Yes, and it's definitely amazing. And without my aunt Navy, that I don't think she's watching right now, without Neymar, definitely things wouldn't even run close to smooth here. So, and I feel, you know, like especially when you're running a studio, a key factor is communication. You know, constantly having to communicate, you know, everything. And with family, that just is easier, and there's another level of confidence, you know, more respect, and you know, it's easier to sit down and, you know, speak with each other. So that's also a plus.
I think that's like the good and plus sides of it, but I also think that like the reality too is for people who actually work with their family too, that there's always gonna be like awkward situations, especially when it comes to confronting them about something that you don't like, or when it comes to money. You know, so I think that's
hard, right?
It is.
Yeah, if it's a regular employee, just like, hey, it's not really working, like, you know, like, thank you so much, bye-bye. A cousin is like, hey, you're fired, but when I go home, I see your face, you know?
I have the same. In Turkey, it's my cousin who runs everything, actually. And it's hard. I mean, it's good, like you trust and it's your family, you know, but on the other, there is plus and minuses, I feel like. But I just think, I don't know, it's such an amazing bond that you have. You know, I see that you guys have lunch together, that, you know, somebody cooks and brings it over. Like, it's so nice. Oh yeah, your grandma
My
cooks.
mom is the one that cooks for us every day, and she brings us lunch.
Oh my God, lucky you.
Listen, like right now, I think we have to be one of the biggest PME families because look, it's me, my mom, my brother, my other brother, my aunts, my cousin, my grandmother, and then my dad helps with the store, and then our extended. So it's like 8 of us, 8 family members. And
Wow.
we're fine, but then with others.
This is crazy. So you guys started the Beauty Angel store in Puerto Rico, and so now your husband or your father is helping with that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. So how does the money work? Are you gonna tell me?
I take a 90% of everybody.
And he leaves us with like.
And then the extra 10%.
How you could afford your Louis Vuitton and Chanel?
No, I think it's like an even share, obviously, because like what, you know, like what basically what we do is like what you work for, you get, but you always have to.
What was it that you said, Trump?
We're, just to make a long story short, we're all fairly compensated in what we do here.
That doesn't tell me much, okay? Who is the big mama here? Does everybody work with a salary or they work for themselves? Like, what do you recommend? Like, your formula works. So if somebody works with their, what do you recommend them?
We're still trying to figure that out. We're a big family. vegan, how much is left for the business. We have to take some out to run the business. So we're still trying to figure all that out. Savings and all that, but we're working on it.
Interesting. Okay, well, it's working and they're still there. So they
Yeah.
better be happy. That's good.
But you know, logistically, we have a lot of Excel sheets, do all of that.
I don't know how to do Excel sheets. Don't give me math.
It's so
I'm
easy.
not good
It's
with
the
math.
best. Excel is the best. It keeps you so organized.
Yeah, I'm not organized, Travis. That's my biggest problem.
A lot of our
I just hired my other cousin to organize me because I'm all over the place. That's my problem. I'm an artist. I'm not, organized. I'm crazy spirited. So, but I'm glad somebody in the family. Who is in the family so organized? Is that you, Travis?
That is 100%. It's definitely not me.
That is Travis.
I knew it.
I know.
The brains too. Look, he's going to college. I didn't go to college. That one, with the head. What's your name again, sir?
Juan.
Juan Carlos, right there. He didn't go. He dropped off from nursing school.
Yes, that's it. I'm proud of it.
Me too. I never went, and I'm so proud of it too. Here, high five. Bam.
One second. Going back to you, how do you feel to have such a huge empire at your hands?
You want to
Which I
know?
don't think about it.
I am a person that I love giving. You know that. I mean, you guys know me so well. I think being fair and just thinking of everybody, not just myself. I mean, sometimes I even feel like I give more than I am thinking of myself. That's the type of person I am because I want everybody to be happy. And a lot of even the trainers, they tell me, I don't know how you do it. Like, people text me and I text right back. Whatever I'm doing, I drop because I don't want anyone to feel like they're not important, or you know what I mean, like, oh my god, you can never get an answer, because that's how I felt. And I don't like to do anything that was done to me and I didn't like it, so I don't want to do it to other people. You know what I mean? So I think that's what really grew us. And same thing, like with our students, like I always gave them so much. Didn't matter, morning, night, Christmas, I answered, and they knew that I care about them. I helped them for free to come to the next level. Like I help, how many people I helped to become a royal artist? Some of them were not even my students. I mean, that needs a lot of work. And guess what? I used to have a group, like a WhatsApp. It wasn't on WhatsApp. It was on this other Viber. And it was a royal support group, like to make the people, the students, royal artists. I didn't get anything. Like, why would I care if you become a